Safety lights are out. Terry Walton looks them over. We'll look for the green off at turn 4. Green flies. Heater on the inside, the 05 on the high side. It's the one of Chris Smith. Smith with the momentum. He'll pull back alongside Heater. Here comes Anderson to the inside now. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Here we come around for lap number 1. Heater will bring him off at turn number 4. And your leader on lap 1, the 05.
Heater on that high side. Anderson in that second spot. Chris Smith in that 1 car. That's your top 3 here right now. McGinnis, here comes Holcomb on the low side in the 46. Holcomb in that 46 car. Anderson still on the high side. Heater starting to pull away from the field. Holcomb looking good in the 46 tonight. Smith in the 1 car. Jaden Bears in the 20. But your race leader, Brett Heater. Holcomb gets a little bit loose coming out of 4. Jaden Bears had to pull up. That puts the 17. McGinnis up into that top 5. Dean Hensler just behind them with Brian Rigsby also in the 12. Good battle back here in that 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot. Holcomb on the low side. Smith in that number 1 car. And then the 17 of McGinnis. Hensler in the 8. Jaden Bears in the 20. Here comes Herrick in the 5. And Rigsby in that 12 car. Back to your leader. Getting into lap traffic now. Dakota Jennings in that 30 machine. Oh, as the car goes around there, the 222 of Jake Newman. Jake Newman in the 222 as he picks it up coming out of turn 4. Gets back on the track. Heater, your leader. Anderson still solid in that 2nd spot, but a bunch of cars back here in 3rd, 4th, 5th. Jaden Bears kind of leads them out. Holcomb 4 wide down the front stretch. Holy cow, look out. Dean Hensler on the low side into that number 8. Jaden Bears just in front of him. The 17 of McGinnis. There's a whole stack of cars right in that 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot. Jaden Bears right now kind of taking over that position. Hensler in the 8. And the 17 of McGinnis. Here comes Herrick in the 5K. Staying on that low side. Holcomb trying to fight back in the 46. Meanwhile, your top 2 cars pull away from the field, including the 05 of Heater and the 427 of Anderson. Bears now into that 3rd spot. Here comes Hensler in the 8, and now Herrick up into that top 5 in the 5K. McGinnis trying to fight back, gets a little bit loose, though, up there in turns 1 and 2. Heater pulling away, straightaway lead in front of the 4, in front of Anderson. Bears, the 8 of Hensler, the 5K of Herrick, Holcomb in the 17, the 1 of Smith. Holcomb in the 46, Rigsby in the 12. Tom Fogarty just behind them. There's your race leader, Anderson in the 417. Oh, he did. A couple cars get together back here on the backside. Anthony Whittam. Heater and Anderson again, your top 2 Bears. Oh, check it out. Hensler in the 8 gets a little bit loose up into the wall up there, but gathers it back together. Herrick with Smith just behind him in that 1 car. Rigsby in the 12 now moving up. See if he can challenge for a top 5 spot. Rigsby by the 1 of Smith. Here's your race leader on lap number 12. Your top two cars, again, Heater just walking away from the field here tonight. Anderson's still hanging on to that second spot, trying something on the high side. Jaden Bears in the 20 car. Hensler in the 8. Here comes Rigsby now. He's up into the top 5. He gets by Herrick in the 5K. Brian Rigsby out of Topeka area. White flag is out.
Oh, Dakota Jennings down to the infield. Your leader takes the white flag. He'll lead down the back straightaway. Heater out front, looking to add to his points lead as they go into turn 3 for the final time. They'll see the checkered flag fly off at turn number 4, and the 05 of Brett Heater picks up tonight's USRA stock car A main. Coming around for that second spot, the 417 of Kevin Anderson. Jaden Bears will get third.
Race Shocks, Valvoline, NRT chassis, big time, Bell Bonds.
Luke Neiman, 75 of Isabel, and Cullen Thompson brings up the rear of the 17C. Here we go, green waves. We're underway, side by side down to turn 1. Andy Bryant leads them into 1. The 44 of Trevor Hunt right behind him. They go down the back straightaway.
Andy Bryant's been on the road for a little while, but looks like he's strong again tonight. Andy Bryant brings it down the front straightaway. Trevor Hunt and Don Mars side by side. The 99 of Brad Smith and Yancey Shepard in the 20 cars. Brad Smith gets down below the 44 of Hunt to take that second spot. He is on the move. Keep an eye out on the 99 of Smith, but Andy Bryant, your race leader, the 9 of Don Mars on the high side. So again, Andy Bryant, your race leader. Brad Smith in that second spot. The 9 of Mars gets up into the wall in 1 and 2. And now Hunt and Shepard. Looks like the 9 is broken as they get a couple cars better back here on the backside. Jeff Elder gets to get.
Brad Smith right behind him. Then the 44 of Trevor Hunt, Yancey Shepard battling Hunt for that third spot. They go down into turn 3. Here comes Jake Richards now. Richards of the 17J on the move.
Andy Bryant, your leader as he comes down into 1 and 2. Smith, though, putting on some pressure on that low side. Yancey Shepard again. Trevor Hunt. Jake Richards in that 17 car. Top 2 cars as they come down this front stretch. Andy Bryant now starting to pull away just a little bit from the field here. So Bryant, Smith, Shepard, Hunt, and Richards, your top 5. Claxon in the 42, the 222 of Colton Stevens. Good battle back behind him. There's a good race back there with Royalty and Dusty Campbell in the 66 as they go 3 wide. Pearson the 16. Here comes the 17 of Richards up into that 4th spot now as he gets by the 44 of Hunt. So Bryant, you can see Brad Smith trying out the high side now, see if he can make something work up there. Yancey Shepard now starts to close that gap a little bit. So Bryant, Smith, Shepard, your top 3. Richards in the 17, the 44 of Hunt. Here comes Claxton in the 42. Colton Stevens, he goes side by side with him in the 222. So good battles throughout the field. Just take a look back and see where those battles are as Andy Bryant brings them down here on lap number 8. So Bryant, Smith, Shepard, Richards trying to close the gap there. Hunt in the top 5. His very good run tonight for Trevor Hunt in the 44. Claxton, Colton Stevens, Patrick Royalty, Blake Pierce, Dusty Campbell, Cullen Thompson, Aaron Daniel in the 325, Robert Isabel hanging on there in the 75, Melvin in the 92. So here's your race leader on lap number 10. Just 5 more to go. As the field stretches out here with your USRA B mods, Andy Bryant with a commanding lead right now. Smith in that second spot. Top 3 cars. 11 down, just 4 remain. Andy Bryant, this could be his 5th win this year. Smith still in that second spot. Andy Bryant now close to the lap traffic here. Just 2 more to go as he goes by this time. Lap number 13. Smith, Shepard, Richards, Hunt, Stevens and Claxton.
And here they come off at turn number 4. White flag will wave. The 28 of Andy Bryant. White flag, one more circuit here at the Lakeside Speedway half mile. Bryant trying to put the 92. Dennis Melvin a lap down. He'll pull alongside Melvin. They go down to turn 3 for the final time. And here you come. Here's your feature winner off at turn number 4. From Fort Scott, Kansas, Andy Bryant picks up tonight's A main. Brad Smith will come home second. Yancey Shepard, the 20, will come home third. Jake Richards, 4th in the 17. And the 44, Trevor Hunt, your top 5.
Night. All right, side by side as they come into turn number 4. Here we go. Benninger stays on that high side as here comes the 1K of Tim Carrick. Gets loose up there in 1 and 2, but meanwhile, Benninger, Lyle, Morant on the low side. Here comes Vanderbeek into that 4th spot in the 91 of Joe Duvall. So the 3B leads them down. The Chad Lyle getting low in turns 1 and 2. Here comes Morant in the 70. Aaron Morant fishing out that low side along with Vanderbeek. But right now it's Benninger in the 3B. Lyle, Morant, Vanderbeek, Joe Duvall, the 1K of Carrick. Scott Drake in the 21. Here comes Lance Town. So you have both the 21 cars side by side and the Davis right behind him. So a mix of high and low here right now. Let's see what happens. Morant now decides to go to the high side. Here comes Vanderbeek in the 33Z. Zach Vanderbeek, New Sharon, Iowa, moves up into that 3rd spot. So Benninger, Lyle, Vanderbeek, and Morant, followed by Duvall in the 91. Nick Benninger brings him out of turn 4 as Vanderbeek starts to close in on the 33. Steady as they go. Zach Vanderbeek, always a smooth driver down there. You'll hardly ever see that car even bobble. So Benninger, Vanderbeek now putting some pressure on that second spot with Chad Lyle. Morant in fourth. Big Daddy Joe Duvall in that fifth spot. 21 of Drake gets loose up there and high in turn number 2. Carrick in behind him. Back to your leaders, though. Benninger still your leader here on lap number 7, I believe. Lap 7, but here comes Zach Vanderbeek. He's going to take that second spot away from the 33 of Lyle. So Zach Vanderbeek on the move. Benninger still sticking to his high line. Let's see if the 33 of Vanderbeek can close it up. Lap traffic coming up here on lap number 8. We'll see how they handle this lap traffic. Is now Xander Vanderbeek closing the gap. He's taking that low side, making it work for him. Benninger still your leader as we get into lap traffic now. Here comes Vanderbeek. Side by side with Benninger. Benninger with the run. Gets through too, but here comes the 33Z of Zach Vanderbeek. Benninger slides back up into that high side again. See if he can make that run up there, but your new race leader, the 33 of Zach Vanderbeek. Benninger will go back up high again with the 33 of Lyle, the 70 of Morant, and the 91 of Duval as your top 5. Lap 10. As your leaders come across again, Vanderbeek, Benninger trying to fight back. Nick Benninger now getting a pretty good run as Vanderbeek has to come up off the bottom side. Here comes the 3B of Nick Benninger fighting back for that top spot. Lap traffic here for Vanderbeek in the 33. He has to move up. We've seen Vanderbeek on that low side all night long, now having to move up with that lap traffic. Benninger with a little bit better run on that top side up by the wall. Again, looking back through the 33 of Lyle, the 70 of Morant. But back to your race leader as they come across. Again, Nick Benninger, your leader. Lap traffic here coming into play as Vanderbeek goes back low. Benninger on the high side gets a little bit loose up there, but hangs on to it. Good battle up front between your top 2. Vanderbeek now, as Mike Eisenhut pulls off that low side, Vanderbeek with Benninger still your race leader. This is lap number 15, I believe. 14, lap 14. Side-by-side action coming out of turn 2 as Vanderbeek gets the run. Looks like the 33 back to the lead again. Good battle up front here tonight between your top 2, but right now Vanderbeek looks to take command on lap 15, just 10 more to go. So Vanderbeek, Benninger, the 33. Oh, a problem on the 3B of Nick Benninger as he's USRA Modifieds finishing out the night. Zach Vanderbeek, USMTS. Green flag goes. Here we go. As Park in the 175 goes around in turn number 4. Here comes Morant on the high side as he makes a good run up there. Aaron Morant up into the second spot. Here comes Davis in the 68. Zach Vanderbeek still your race leader. Here's the 70 of Morant, though, making a good run on that high side. Joe Duvall now 3 wide as they come out of turn 2. Morant still up into that second spot. Joe Duvall with Kerry Davis side by side as Morant slides up in turn 4. Here comes Joe Duvall up into third now. It's Kerry Davis side by side with him. Davis cuts him off down in turn 1 and 2. Duvall fighting back, though, for that spot. Scott Drake rounding out your top 5. As Vanderbeek starts to take command here on lap 18. Just 7 remain. So Vanderbeek, Morant, your top 2. Here comes Kerry Davis on the low side. Kerry Davis now. moving up into that second spot. Morant still slides up high up in turn number 4. Kerry Davis, Morant, Scott Drake, and Joe Duvall, your top 5. Lyle, the 1K of Carrick. Just 5 remain coming across this time for your leaders, Vanderbeek. Good battle back here, second, third, and fourth between Davis, Drake in the center, Morant on the high side. Morant making a pretty good run there on the top side. So Vanderbeek again, still your race leader. Morant, I think, has that second spot just by a nose. Good battle there for second, third, and fourth. 2 wide coming out of turn 2. As the yellow 81. Vanderbeek leads them around turn 4. Here we go. Just 4 laps remain. Morant trying to get a run on that high side coming out of 2, but no Zach Vanderbeek, your leader. Drake in that third spot. Now the 33 of Chad Lyles. They all slide up to that high side. Here comes Drake. Joe Duvall in the 21, Lance Town behind them. Drake trying to move up into that second spot. Morant, though, gets a good run off a high side of 2. Duvall with the 33 of Lyle. Lyle trying to move up into that fourth spot now. Lyle moves up. So Vanderbeek, Morant, 21 of Drake, the 33 of Lyle, and the 91 of Duvall. Here comes Lansdowne in the 21, the 1K of Tim Carrick, the 21 of Clancy. White flag comes out for Zach Vanderbeek.
Vanderbeek pulls him down to turn number 2. He'll lead him down the back straightaway for the final time. The new Sharon, Iowa driver looking for the feature win. They go down to turn 3, and he'll see the checkered flag off at turn number 4. Terry Watland waves it in the air, and Vanderbeek picks up tonight's A main.